Okay, so welcome back, and today we're going to talk about reciprocal functions. Okay, so the reciprocal functions are exactly as you might be thinking about it, is they're reciprocals of each other. So sine, cosine, and tangent have reciprocal functions. The reciprocal function for sine is cosecant. Okay, so again, spelling of these, I'll just put them out here. So sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent. Okay, so this is the way we abbreviate them. Okay, so cosecant is 1 over sine. It's the reciprocal function for the sine function. Cosine, the reciprocal function for cosine is secant. So secant theta is 1 over cosine, just like cosecant is 1 over sine. And then tangent theta is this. Cotangent is the reciprocal function, so it's 1 over tangent. You can also define sine as 1 over cosine, or excuse me, cosecant. You could also define cosine as 1 over secant, or tangent as 1 over cotangent. You could just flip these, right? You could just switch those. Okay? And so, what does that mean? That means cosecant is hypotenuse over opposite, and secant is hypotenuse over adjacent, and cotangent is adjacent over opposite. Okay, now one other thing to keep in mind when you're dealing with triangles, the orientation of the triangle may not be, you may not have like on a unit circle, the triangle may just be given to you in any orientation, okay? And so remember, there's two angles that are not right angles for a right triangle. So keep in mind that if I have something like this, where I have a right triangle and I've got alpha, so I've got this angle and I've got beta. Keep in mind that it depends on what angle. So these functions depend on what your angle is. So whether I'm talking about sine of alpha or sine of beta, that's gonna determine, the angle is going to determine how I do my orientations for opposite of our hypotenuse. So because if I do sine of beta, the opposite angle, the opposite side is this one, and the adjacent side is this one. I never use the hypotenuse, right? So you got to always know what the orientation is. So this is the hypotenuse. It's always across from the right angle. And then of course the angle itself, alpha or beta, is going to will determine how I set up my trig functions. Okay, so if alpha is the angle I'm interested in, if that's the one I'm trying to do, then this is going to be the adjacent leg, this is going to be the opposite. If beta is my reference angle, then this is going to be my adjacent and this is going to be my opposite. So again, just be aware of that. Have a great day.